Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How is everybody doing today? I'm at a different location of the San Francisco Bay Trail. This is where I wanted to do episode number 800 from yesterday, but I just couldn't make it happen yesterday. Shit happens, right? Things happen, it is what it is. But I'm out and about on another walk with purpose, episode number 801. And I'm heading out to a portion of the San Francisco Bay Trail that I like to walk when possible. I really need to start to change it up a little bit more than just, going to Red Morton Park and Bear Island, the Bear Island section of the SF Bay Trail, the San Francisco Bay Trail. But it just all depends on what's going on. But look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, we are in Redwood Shores. This is still technically Redwood City. But it's called Redwood Shores, and there's a nice athletic club here called the Bay Club. I support Coach Elias, says by repair guy. Hey Raleigh, how you doing? Got your emails, man? I'll get on that book as soon as possible, man. Just letting you know, lots going on. I can hear you and see you clearly. Thank you, bro. That's nice. Thank you. Today I've got a lot to talk about. And there's going to be more that I'm going to talk about here than just what I put in the title. You're going to get a bonus here today because I'm going to be walking for 2 hours. This is a 4-mile walk total. And between stopping and stuff like that, typically it takes me anywhere from an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours to walk this. So, grab your popcorn, grab your soda, grab your beer, grab whatever the hell you are going to consume and get ready because we've got a lot to talk about today. And as always, we're going to keep it very raw and real. That's what we do. We keep it very raw and real. Ooh, what is this over here? It's warm. It feels warm today. The sun's like right in my face. Look at that. Look at the sun. Right there. Okay. Local kitchen now open to the public. I'll have to look that up online. These buildings need some help on the roof. The roof needs to either be cleaned or replaced. That looks like a metal roof. It just looks a little bit rusted. Anyway, so we've got a lot to talk about here today. A lot to talk about. And I got to tell you, you would think that after a while of not getting a desired result, which in this case is me not feeding into bullshit drama, you figure the people that are creating the drama would stop. But they don't fucking stop. They don't. And let me make it clear to my audience, I'm not here to complain about it. I'm not here to feed further into it. I'm here to laugh like hell and just call out what's really going on, because it's a lesson that people can continue to learn. And in life, you're going to have a set of cards you're going to be dealt with at all times. And you have to learn how to play the cards based on the cards you're dealt. In this case, my YouTube career out here is based partially on some of the cards I'm dealt, including by these motherfuckers that just can't stop talking about me, making shit up about me, and now making cartoons on me and some others. We'll get to that in a little bit. Right? I really love this part of the trail. Actually, I'm in a good mood today. When I left the house, I told Don I love you and see you in a few hours or so. Looking forward to dinner and a movie tonight, or a documentary. We like to watch a lot of documentaries. Speaking of which, during the second part of this show, on the way back, so the first 2 hours of this show, it's not first 2 hours, it's going to be 2 hours total. The first hour of this show is going to be, I think there are a couple of ladies going to be walking the trail. Let me let them get ahead a little bit. The first hour is going to be talking about this ridiculousness that continues with a certain content creator out here that is just struggling. He is struggling to survive on this platform. He is struggling to pay his bills. He keeps saying that, oh, I have all the money in the world, this and that, and that's cool. I really don't care how much money you have or don't have. It doesn't matter. I'm not even trying to be critical of your money situation. But the bottom line is, you keep on doing things to me on this platform, and I'm going to call you out every now and then. And I'm going to laugh at you. And I'm going to ask you, what is the purpose of you continuing to do the same stuff that's been regurgitated for 6 years? Do you think that you're going to ruin my relationship with Dawn? Do you think you're going to destroy what I'm building out here on YouTube? Do you think you're going to get me demonetized? Good luck. You've all tried to get me demonetized for years. I'm still here. Fully monetized with ads, no community guideline strikes, no copyright claims, nothing. Clean as fuck. So you failed there. You failed scaring me off the platform, right? You failed to trigger me anymore. I don't get triggered anymore. I just share my thoughts and teach lessons, right? Same old recycled garbage. Why? Because you're struggling. If you were not struggling with other content you were creating, there would be no need for you to make cartoons about myself and other people that I care for. And sir, it is you that is making the cartoons, because you are supposedly a graphics designer. You're the one that's making those cartoons. You're the one that's made like 15 sock accounts of me. Like literally, this dude has made literally like 15 accounts that he promotes, all the hateful content created on me, either by him or other people in his network that he associates with and creates content, and they create content through his network. They're individual creators that are a part of his network, and he promotes any of their hate content on me and some others on these Eli sock accounts. Like, he has 15 of them, because most of us keep on blocking him from YouTube and Google, and we keep reporting him. And so in order for him to get his word out, he's got to have like 15 accounts. It's ridiculous. It's like the most pathetic fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I say this respectfully. I'm not trying to, be disrespectful or hateful or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I have literally stopped talking about this guy. Over a month and a half ago, I rebranded. I got rid of the coaching name. Now, I didn't do it because of these people, but they had a problem with me using the coaching name. So I'm no longer a fucking coach. And this dude has not changed one bit. You haven't, dude, because you're obsessed. You're obsessed, dude. Honestly, you're obsessed because you've got part of your audience that likes it when you and other people in your group come at me. I got some people coming here, so I'm going to wait a second. And now they're walking the other way. So you've got... All right. Let me come through this way. Yeah, okay. We should be good now. So yeah, there's a group of people that like it when he talks about me and other people that associate with this guy and make content similar to his, right? They all they're independent creators, but they all network together through his group, which I'm not going to mention here. I'm not going to mention their names or the group. I'm not giving them any notoriety. I'm not going to help them grow because that's what they're trying to do, in my opinion. They're trying to still grow off of my name, destroy what I'm building, discredit me, right? It's just it's stupid, and it's not working. I'm talking about this today because I saw some stuff by chance that I think is rather comical. I think is rather comical, and I'll just come out and say that right now. So, dude, you made cartoons. Now, I've only seen, there's this channel, I guess you have, a sock account of yours, that has a cartoon of my girlfriend Dawn, my ex-girlfriend Dana, and myself, all cartoons, and you're trying to make it pose like I'm in love with Dana. I'm not in love with Dana at all. Let me repeat. I am not in love with Dana. I have no feelings for Dana anymore. I haven't had feelings for her since we split up. I've moved on from that, and you know that. And the reason why you're doing that, and then you're tagging my girlfriend Dawn in, and let me tell you something, dude. My girlfriend Dawn has control over her account, but she also said, babe, can you do me a favor and just, log into my account as well on your laptop and keep an eye on what these people tag me in, and then just block them if they tag me in. So, you pathetic little piece of shit. You tag my girlfriend in, and you're trying to trigger her and lead her to believe that I'm still in love with Dana when I'm not. First of all, she does not buy that, does not believe that. And I just go in there, hide every account you tag her in, hide it from her channel, and then I go back and Google block all of your accounts. So she can't see that. Now, I do tell her about these things as a comical joke. And she goes, yeah, just kind of give me the brief synopsis, babe, because stupid shit's not worthy of my time. No problem, babe. I'll handle it on the front lines, and I'll give you the synopsis, right? I'll handle it on the front lines, and I'll give you a synopsis, right? And that's what I do. So let me ask you, dude. You make cartoons of my girlfriend Dawn, my ex-girlfriend Dana, and a cartoon of me. What are you trying to get out of that? Like, what do you think that's going to do? Do you think that's going to upset me and trigger me? Do you think that's going to upset Dawn and trigger Dawn? Do you think Dawn's going to dump me because of that? What the fuck do you think that's going to do? Seriously, dude, I'm asking you, what do you plan on getting out of this? Or are you going to come back and say that one of my haters paid you to make those graphics designs or to make that soccer account channel? I could care less if someone paid you to do it or not do. The point of the matter is that you promote it and you create it and you encourage it and you love doing that. You love poking and prodding at myself and other people. It's not just me, dude. You love poking and prodding at people as your content because you have zero content. You have zero substance. You've got zero credibility. You got zero going on for you besides poking the fucking bear, and making cartoons and soccer accounts and trash talking these people and spinning things way out of context, right? And then you got your network of people, right? Here's the thing, you've got your network of creators that either rebroadcast me still or you know they do like reaction videos, right? Or they do community postings, right? And then they analyze every word I say on my streams. They fucking psychoanalyze me, right? You got people that psychoanalyze me, and at times you do it too. Let me fucking tell you guys something here, okay? Whether it's your fake instigated drama or this is real psychoanalyzing, I'm a raw and real person, and everything I say is at face fucking value. And you trying to psychoanalyze every damn word I say. If I say something like yesterday talking about depression, I said, yeah, Dawn has depression. She struggles with it. But I'm also talking about other people as well. This is not just about Dawn. It's about other people. It's not even really about Dawn. But then you guys psychoanalyze me saying that, oh, it's just Eli venting about Dawn and trying to cover it up with talking about other people. No, it's not. It's a general fucking topic. And you want to psychoanalyze every goddamn thing that comes out of my mouth. And you're wrong. But more so, you sit there like a stalking fan watching me every damn day, listening to every damn thing that comes out of my mouth. Instead of living your life and focusing on yourself, you focus on me. That's all I'm saying. You focus on me. You focus on me. Why not focus on yourself? Now, quite frankly, I don't care if you continue doing this. Every now and then, I'll continue to call you guys out on your stupidity. I'll continue to call you on your obsession. I'll continue to call you on the fact that you do it because you have a larger audience that wants this type of content. And they don't want the other content. They want Eli. They want hateful Eli content. Right? So you stoop down to a low level, whether you hate me or not, you stoop down to a low level and give them that for a payday. You sell out. You sell your souls for a payday, right? Now keep this in mind, because on my way back, I'm going to be going out 2 miles and coming back 2 miles. On my way back, I'm going to pull over to the side, let some people pass. I'm going to be talking about somebody else that was in the public spotlight for a while. Dawn and I just finished a documentary last night that was very good and changed my entire perception of this person and what I thought about them many years ago. I'm not going to say who it is or what it is until I start heading back. You're going to have to keep it locked in here to find out. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, we are back live. We are back live. We are back live. So yeah, stick around. Yeah, we're already on the dirt part of the trail. All good. God, I love this trail. I love this part of the trail. I'm so glad I came out here today. There are some beautiful homes facing this trail and then facing the water. This is basically a runoff of the SF Bay, and it takes you right into the SF San Francisco Bay. These are like the wetlands. And the beautiful palm trees. Oh man. So yeah, you guys, first of all, make cartoons of myself, my current girlfriend Dawn, and then my ex-girlfriend Danny. You make a cartoon of us, make a channel out of that, and you think that's going to offend me or upset me? You think that's going to trigger me? What are you trying to accomplish? Right? You think that's going to get Dawn to break up with me or get us to fight or anything? All that stuff's been played out, but you keep on playing it, dude, because I guess some people that have been massively obsessed with coming at me are paying you to keep it going or to make these types of cartoons. Like, you know, I don't know who's more pathetic. You for doing this work for money or the people that are paying you to create this type of shit. I don't know who the fuck is more pathetic, or you're both pathetic. Or I don't know if I should call you guys big fans. Big non-paying fans, because that's what you are. You guys are like the fans that like to pirate content for free, right? You guys are like the people that like pirate MP3s and pirate software and shit, right? You guys want to take from people like me and not pay, but you're big fucking fans. You are, right? What a great day. That's some wild geese, I believe, over there. There's some dude jogging with his baby stroller. He'll pass me up on the left. And then again, taking my words and psychoanalyzing me, right? Psychoanalyzing me, psychologically analyzing me, and trying to tell your audience what you think I'm trying to say, instead of just commenting on what I said, which is exactly what I'm saying. You know, when I talk about things, I'm very specific. If I'm talking about myself or my girlfriend Dawn or someone specifically, I will mention them, except for this group of people that I don't mention them, even though I may talk about the dumb shit they're doing as examples every now and then, because I'm not gonna help them grow anymore. That's what they want to do. They want to try to grow, right? But at the same time, the reason why I talk about it as well, it's a lesson learned, plus also there are a lot of people that do support me that have known about this group of people, and they're seeing the dumb shit that's done, And every now and then they want to know that, hey, it's not bothering myself or Dawn, and they want to know, how we're handling it. Well, we ignore it for the most part, but every now and then we'll just have a good laugh at it, right? We'll have a good laugh at it. And again, I'm coming out here today saying to this dude, go ahead and talk about it, dude. Go ahead and tell me. I'm not going to watch. But what is your outcome here, dude? What do you want out of this? What do you hope to get out of making cartoons out of my girlfriend Dawn, making cartoons out of myself, and making cartoons out of my ex-girlfriend Dana? What are you trying to accomplish, sir? What is your end game, dude? How about you go public and share with me what the end game is? Or is it just a paying customer that's a Coach Eli hater? And if that's the case, do you admit that you sell your soul for money? Because that's the kind of person you are? You sell your fucking soul for money? Or you're trying to sell my soul and my girlfriend's soul and my ex-girlfriend's soul? Let me tell you something. When it comes to Dana, that was done a long time ago. There are no feelings there. But I wish no harm upon her. She's not a bad person. It just didn't work out. It wasn't meant to be. And that's okay. It was meant for Dawn and I to be together. We're still together, and it's been almost 3 years. I was with Dana almost a year and a half. So my relationship with Dawn has more so stood the test of time. And whatever you want to say, be my guest. Say what you want to say. But what are you going to compare it to? How long is your longest relationship? Right? And you say you're currently in a relationship, but we've never heard her voice and we've never seen her. For all we know, she could be a blow-up doll. For all we know, she could be a blow-up doll. So what is your end game? Honestly. Because you making cartoons about me, my ex, Dana, my current girlfriend, Dawn, you try to paint the picture saying that I'm still in love with Dana, which I'm not. Trying to trigger my girlfriend, Dawn, by tagging her in. Which, again, is not working, dude, because Dawn's laughing in your fucking face, dude. Dawn's laughing at you. And she helps me block you guys, even from your community postings. Every one of those accounts that have been blocked on the 2 channels here that I run have also been blocked on Dawn's YouTube account. Her YouTube channel. I'll take the high road. What is your end game, dude? What do you want to get out of this? How about just come out and say it, dude? And I can help you reach that goal faster, and then you can move on from ever fucking mentioning my name again. I don't think you can stop mentioning me, dude. I don't think you can stop mentioning my name after 6.5 years. I have not talked about you in the longest time. I rebranded. I'm no longer coach. But you just can't stop obsessing over me, dude. You and your cronies. It's an obsession for some reason. And there's no reason to be obsessed. There's no reason to be jealous. There's no reason to keep this going. What is the reason? Are you still around, Raleigh? You see, dude, here's the thing. ODN with the $10 super chat. I heard he wants you to send him some of your puppy chairs. ODN, how you doing, brother? How long you been here for, bro? Yeah, bro, today I wanted to talk about this, ODN, without mentioning the names. How long you been here, bro? And this fool now has a channel where he put in the channel art. He made a cartoon of my girlfriend Dawn, a cartoon of me, and a cartoon of my ex Dana. And he put in that banner that I'm still in love with my ex Dana. And he thinks it's going to trigger myself or trigger Dawn. He thinks he's going to get Dawn and I to argue or break up. And you know the funny thing is, ODN, Dawn is laughing in his fucking face, and so am I. It's like epic backfire. What are you going to get out of it, dude? So maybe you made 50, 60 bucks making that channel banner for someone else. Maybe that's someone else's soccer account you made that for. I doubt it. I think it's his own. I think this is all him. I think it's all the spoiled entitled millennial dude that's doing all these stock accounts. I think he's desperately just trying to hang on to anything that'll make him money on YouTube. He's just trying to hang on for dear life. And it's absolutely comical. At this point right now, it's absolutely comical. Thank you again, ODN, for your $10 super chat. Yeah, he wants your puppy chairs. It says pubic hairs. Oh. Okay. Oh, I don't know, dude. How you doing, ODN? How's it going, man? I'm taking the high road, and then the rest of the people walking the trail are taking the low road. That's what I love about this trail. You got a high road and a low road for part of the way. I'm on a different part of the Asset Bay Trail. I come to this trail maybe once every 6 months, and I typically will come here for like an epic milestone episode. Like yesterday was episode number 800, but I did that from Red Morton Park. I didn't have time to do much more than that. Come on. There we go. So a few other things that I'll rehash again. You know, some other guy by the name of Bill. I mentioned this last week when it happened. Actually, I think it was on Tuesday. I actually mentioned, I think, on Wednesday. I think because it happened on Tuesday or something. Some guy by the name of Bill, I'm not going to mention his channel name, got demonetized. Bill's a part of this millennial guys group. This guy that's been coming at me for years, and I'm not mentioning by name. And you know, yeah, he had his channel demonetized for reused content. Sorry, for reused content, and that reused content was content on me. So he's helping this guy that's making cartoons on me. He's talking about me for no reason. Other people in this guy's group, they talk about me and rebroadcast me still for no reason. They basically psychoanalyze my words. They psychoanalyze my words and spin it so far out of context. And they know they're doing that on purpose, right? Or maybe not. Maybe the people that are psychoanalyzing my words, saying that I'm speaking in a cryptic way against my girlfriend Dawn without actually saying it. No, I'm not. Because if I have a problem with anyone, I will mention them by name and I'll call them out. I don't care if it's live on the air, behind the scenes. I don't give a shit. I got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to hold back. I don't care. But yeah, these guys psychoanalyze me to cater that to their audience, right? They got the Coach Eli haters that have heard the same shit over and over and over again. So these creators that still talk about me to this day for no reason, I never talk about them. I have nothing to do with their group. All I'm trying to put out is positive content, personal development, and they just don't stop. They spin things way out of context on purpose to keep feeding that audience, and it's absolutely pathetic. Even though I haven't talked about them for ages, I've ignored these people. They don't stop. So I got to call them out every now and then. And make them look bad. Make them look bad. Hey, what's your excuse? You have no excuse. You think I'm going to sit back and just let you guys run away with this? Let you guys make money off my name? Let you guys continue to do things? Every now and then, I'm going to call it out, and I'm going to take back what's mine, like I did the last time. I'm going to take back what's mine. And here's the thing. What these people don't realize is I could trash every single one of them to hell and back. Right? And they all know that. But I won't do that because that's not the type of person I am. But if I did do that, if I did the same exact things to these people that they're doing to me right now, they would threaten to sue me. They would send me cease and desist. They will do all that. And they don't play fair. They don't play fair. They don't play fucking fair at all. They don't. And anyone that's dealt with any of these people stemming from this one dude, you all know these people don't play fair. They're unreasonable. They're extremely unreasonable. They're intentionally hypocritical to try to poke the bear and trigger you. They do dumb things on purpose. They do hypocritical things on purpose because they want you to call them out and create the back and forth, and that way they can trigger you and use you for content. Just ignore these motherfuckers. Ignore all of them. Do your own thing. Stop associating with these people. They're toxic as fuck. They are toxic as fuck. That's my recommendation. That's my suggestion. The rest is up to you. But don't come crying to me or anyone else if you continue to play alongside them and then at the same time complain that you're not being treated fairly. You know how these people are. Say what you got to say and move on. Someone else is coming on the top trail, so I'm going to get on the bottom trail. That's beautiful. Give me a second, I'll be right back. We're at 39 minutes. So we've got a few more corners to turn and then we'll be heading back. ODN, thank you once again for your $10 super chat. I greatly appreciate it, brother. Greatly appreciate it. So how are things going for you, ODN? You know, I saw your posting about this dude, and you're right. You called him a megalomaniac. He is. You said he has Napoleon complex. He does. Dude, you do have Napoleon complex, dude. That's also known as small man's or short man's complex. Now, you're not a short dude. You're about the same height as me, 5'9", maybe 5'10". You know, we're around the same height. So you're not really a short guy. But you've got the complex of a short man, right? There's something lacking within yourself, dude. You've got some kind of fucking deficiency that's affecting you from functioning normally, right? You're like a weirdo, socially outcasted type of dude that somehow has found a crazy group of people willing to support you and donate to you on YouTube and enable your shitty fucking piss poor behavior and your shitty content that's gotten you removed from YouTube time and time and time again, right? Time and time and time again, right? And you never learn your lesson because people continue to enable your piss poor behavior by patting you on the back, right? You've got all these people that are making you feel and are leading you to believe that what you're doing is normal. It's not. What you're doing is absolutely not normal. Your behavior is not normal. The way you treat people is not normal. Your content is not normal. And you can't come out here and say that I do this for entertainment purposes. See, dude, the thing is, if you talked about me once or twice, if you talked about everyone you've talked about once or twice and made an entertainment show about this, and you only talked about people once or twice, that could be respectful type of work. But you get obsessed and hooked on certain people, and you just keep going back and forth with certain people because you figured out a way out here on YouTube to leverage their audience. And then once you leverage their audience and turn some of their audience around, the more shit you talk about them constantly, the more that new audience that used to be theirs that's following you, the more they donate to you. So you figured out a sick psychopathic way to monetize this, right? It's not normal, dude. You're not normal. This is not normal behavior. Every single person involved in your group does not behave normally. It doesn't matter how many of you come back and react to this and try to trash myself or Dawn or try to bring in Dana or whatever you want to bring into this. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. We're back live. Sorry, I thought I had my phone in do not disturb mode, but it must have turned off somehow by mistake because I got a notification that popped up. So now I turned it back on and I won't be interrupted unless someone tries to call me that I've given access to bypass my do not disturb list. Or my do not disturb. I mean, they're on my bypass list. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a woman over there sitting by the bench, just looking at the water, enjoying the day. Ti, I know at some point you're going to watch this and you're going to be like, damn, I missed this live. Different location, beautiful view. Yeah, I think you've seen this location before, once before, Tia. Yeah. I love this part of the SF Bay Trail. It's actually 2 miles out and 2 miles back. So I get a little extra benefit, a change of scenery, right, etc., right? Change of pace, however you want to say it. By the way, I think I was saying earlier, when I left the house, Dawn was like, you're in a good mood all of a sudden, babe. Like a really good mood. Well, babe, I try to always be in a good mood. But you know what? Sometimes people try to push my buttons. Sometimes you push my buttons. Sometimes I push your buttons. You know, I'm honest with Don. I'm like, look, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I push your buttons and I push other people's buttons. I try not to, but sometimes it just happens, right? And then I own up to it, apologize, move on, and that's it, right? I don't have it in my heart and soul to be an asshole. I don't want to be an asshole. I've never wanted to be one, you know? But the way this world has become nowadays, especially with these entitled millennials and some of the Gen Zers are entitled, like, like this dude hasn't been able to get him out of his mouth for 6.5 years. No matter what I do, no matter like how much I ignore him or even change my branding, right? He just is obsessed, right? It's those kinds of things that affect a man's peace, quiet, and serenity. Because that's all I want is peace and quiet and serenity. I never wanted any of this garbage with this dude. And I just wish I never came across this dude. I've never met anyone, like, honestly. There are some other people that have come at me on this platform that many people think are more vile than this millennial dude, right? But even those people don't bother me. They've moved on, right? This millennial dude, like, the more you tell him to stop doing something, even if it's wrong, the more it makes him want to do it. Like, he does have the Napoleon complex, ODN. He does have that short man, small man's complex. He does. So even though he knows certain things that he's doing are wrong, if people like me ask him to stop doing those things, it makes him more so want to keep doing the stupid shit. This guy has no moral compass. He has no values. He has no fucking ethics, right? He is the most selfish mofo I've ever come across in my entire life. He is the most deranged, disturbed, and delusional dude I have ever come across. Because even if he's not talking about me directly, see, like this dude right now, he may not be talking about me on his main channels, but he's got all these sock accounts and other people in his network that are talking about me. And they're all doing what's called revenue sharing. And he's getting a cut out of that. That's what this guy does. He tries to fly under the fucking radar and basically try to appear all innocent. Well, I'm not talking about you. Well, dude, you may not be talking about me directly on your shows, but you're the one that runs all those sock accounts. And all the people that are making content on me, you're sharing their content on your sock account channels. And you're getting a cut out of everything everyone makes. Every creator, including that dude, what's his name? Bill, that got demonetized. You got triggered about him getting demonetized because I bet you were getting a cut out of that. You get a cut out of everything or you don't help people. You only help people that pay you, dude. That's how you've always been. Don't sit there and try to lie to kick it, dude. So don't sit there and try to appear all innocent to your audience and you're going to say, well, I never talk about Eli. Well, not directly, but you've set it up to the point of where you're still leveraging me through other people in your network. I like to call these people accomplices. Through your accomplices, right? High Plains Gifter, you hit the nail on the head about him. He's some waiter with keyboard commando. Chairborne ranger who has surrounded himself with desperate middle-aged women. Right. Hello, Eli. I hope you are well, brother. Hey, Nucky Thompson, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, and see, here's the thing. You're right about that. I'm having a hard time seeing this. High Plains Grifter. You're right about that because the people that make content along with him are helping him grift to those women. So he's got men and women that create content that are a part of his network. They're all in on this. And all of those creators together, including him and through him, they play all those middle-aged women and get them to believe that this dude's like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they all want to donate to him or want more. Like, this is one big facade. It's I don't know who's more pathetic, these creators or these women, because look, the only way this would be feasible is if people are paying for it. And if you've got a paying audience for something, no matter how stupid it is, I guess money's money. I'm just not the kind of person that's going to sell out to stupid shit like that. And what I preach out here is don't be like that. Don't sell your souls for a paycheck. I've been talking about that for years. Been talking about that for years. My phone's a little bit, it's dim because it is pretty warm out here. On the way back, I'll have a little more shade on the other side. The sun will be on my back more, so I should be able to see the screen a little bit better. I can't even see what the account name is. It's really hard to see. All right. All right, let's continue here. We are at 52 minutes. Yeah, so that's the thing. You know, who's more at fault? The women that are enabling this behavior by paying him and paying other people that also create content within his group? I mean, look, people don't do things that don't make money. My whole thing regarding this is, how in the world has this made the money it's made? Like, you're talking about the Desperate Housewives scenario, right? You got a bunch of women that are probably either single, middle-aged divorced, lonely, miserable, can't get attention the right way from the right people. So they come out here on YouTube and they find the most insensitive, unattractive, unreasonable, excuse of a man to make themselves feel better. Like, look, I'm not even trying to criticize this guy, right? I'm not trying to even criticize him, but I mean, his behaviors are not manly. He does not have masculine behaviors. And even if this whole thing is just one big act, it does affect his perception by people. It affects what people perceive of him. Even if this is just one big shit show for money, this is all we know of this guy. So this becomes who he is. That's why if you're on YouTube and you're creating content and you're doing something that you're not, then people are going to automatically perceive that is who you are. And that is what people are perceiving him to be, what he's behaving. But then he tries to come back at the same time and say, hey, you know, I'm a different person if you get to know me. But online, you know, I'm an entertainer. No, you're not a fucking entertainer, dude. You're a shit disturber. You're an instigator, right? You're a drama queen, right? You're a content thief, right? That's pretty much it. So we're going to go to the end up here. Well, we're not going to go to the entire end. The trail still curves around for another quarter mile or 3/8 of a mile. And then it ends, but you can actually crawl underneath a fence over there. At least that's how it was years ago when I did this with an ex-girlfriend. And you could walk out and then take some side streets and hit another trail. Like I used to use the All Trails app all the time. Haven't been able to use it for a while because until Dawn gets better, I'm not going to go hiking with her or even with other people. Like I don't want to be away from Dawn all day. Like I can go hiking with other friends, even if that's something that Dawn wouldn't want to do because of her seizure disorder, which is probably going to be permanent. But I wouldn't want to do that at this point right now anyway. So, but I used to use the All Trails app, and the All Trails app, you know, is mapped by actual people. So it always shows you, you know, different paths you can take from one trail to the other that you wouldn't know if you were just walking the trail. So, but I'm gonna go to the end right here like I normally do. That's the 2 mile point, and we should be getting close to an hour right now. We're at 57 minutes, right? So yeah, just like I said, about an hour in and an hour out. And on the way back, I'm going to be talking about Casey Anthony. Now, this is going to be an interesting perspective. Now, you folks can ask any questions you want about what I was talking about during the first part of the show, or you can talk about the Casey thing, or you can ask any other questions you'd like regarding personal development, business, or personal stuff. You want to ask political questions, whatever you want to ask, as long as it's reasonable and you're not trolling, I'd be happy to discuss on the way back. We got about another hour before the show ends. Yeah, I feel real good today. This is fantastic. Tia's going to be like, oh, I can't believe I missed this walk live. It's all right, Tia. And Tia, again, I saw your message earlier, and I responded to you, and you responded to me. Yeah, I'm sorry about if some things I said yesterday, you know, I know you disagree with certain things, and so do I, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree and move on and have our opinions, and I respect that about you. But you know, Dom and I have a lot of love for you as a person, and you know, to someone as reasonable as you, we will always apologize. We will always say, hey, you know, if we offended you in any way, shape, or form, we apologize. And I know based on what you said, you weren't offended. But in case you were, you know, and you're being real nice, I just want to apologize to you. I'm very opinionated. I share my opinions, and I keep it raw and real. And it's not always going to resonate with people, even people that I care for and care for me, right? But I can be honest about that, you know? By giving odd little men and women a Legion club, he gives them a false sense of worth. His group are emotionally vulnerable oddballs who have somehow found their home. Right, you're right. You know, I've been saying that for years, right? So, to the Grifter channel there, I like that name, that's fantastic. I've been saying this for years, and it looks like you agree. Like attracts like, right? No one's going to support and pay someone the money they pay this guy unless they're exactly like him, unless they're similar in nature. Hi. Got some people coming on the trail. Hi. Nice guy with his shirt off on the trail. Yeah, this is a good day to take your shirt off. It's about 80 degrees, and there's a nice breeze coming off the bay, just right over there. And without the water there, I mean, it would feel a lot hotter. That's what I love about the San Francisco Bay Trail. You can have a nice day with nice sun beating on you, and then you have the water that comes in with a little bit of the crosswind, and it just makes it cooler. There are many ways to enter this trail too. Like, you could come out here and see this is a street where the homes are at. So, like, all these homes here, like, if I lived in one of these homes, I'd be walking this trail every damn day. Now, I live up in the hills, the beginning of the hills, and I still drive across, which is like, it's like almost three, like maybe 2.5 miles or so, almost 3 miles to get from my place to the Asset Bay Trail that's over there at Bear Island. There are some people coming. I'm probably going to stop at this bench over here and sit down for a few and get them to pass. But I'm going to talk about Casey Anthony because I'm going to suggest a documentary to all of you folks. It's a Peacock original, so you have to have the Peacock streaming service. If you don't have Peacock, Netflix, Hulu, at least those three, I would get all three of those without commercials. All three of those without commercials, you can get it for under $50 a month. That's well worth it. And so Don and I, we watched the Casey Anthony documentary on Peacock over the last couple nights. It was 3 parts. And I gotta tell you, when I first heard about the Casey Anthony case many, many years ago, I thought she was guilty. I thought she was a woman that slept around with many men. I'm not going to say that word out here on YouTube and get demonetized. I thought she was a party girl. I thought that she was guilty of murdering her child, her daughter, Kaylee. And after watching this documentary, which was the first time in a very long time that Casey made an appearance, after watching this documentary and hearing everything that woman went through, I 100% believe that she's innocent. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if my haters criticize me on this. They probably will because they need more content, you pathetic pieces of garbage. So Casey Anthony was sexually abused and sexually assaulted by her own father multiple times. She was also sexually assaulted and sexually abused by her brother. And she was called the derogatory SL word for a woman that sleeps around with a lot of men. She was called the SL derogatory word for a woman that sleeps around with a lot of men by her mother because of what happened with her father. This woman has been massively traumatized by her father and her mother and her brother. Her family massively traumatized her, manipulated her. When her daughter went missing, I honestly think, if I had to guess, I honestly think that her father is the murderer. But he was a former cop, and the actual cops were saying in this documentary, we never suspected him of anything. He answered all of our questions. Well, you dumbass detectives, you never rule anyone out, even if they're a former cop. You never rule anyone out until you can. It's almost like they gave Casey's dad a free pass. And then to add insult to injury, right? To add insult to injury, right? Casey's father was testifying against her in court and then was going on to media platforms and saying she was innocent. Like going on to TV shows, right? For money, right? Then Casey was acquitted, and I believe she got convicted of lying to the cops, which is a felony. She lied to the cops because of her trauma. And that's because her father was telling her to do that while she was in jail. Her father was a master manipulator. He used to be, I believe, a detective. So this pervert dude, this dude, Casey's dad, the ultimate PEDO, Casey's dad. That right there screams innocent to me. That dude, her dad, I believe murdered either that or basically was responsible for Casey's daughter to drown in the pool. And then I believe he's the one. There are people taking pictures over there. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second while I pass by these people that are stationary. I believe her dad was responsible for the child's death, for Kaylee's death. I believe that he tried to cover up the murder and dump the body. And has been playing this game with the cops and the media ever since, and trying to basically pass the blame off to his daughter. What a pathetic piece of shit that guy is. That guy deserves to rot in jail for the rest of his life, or he deserves a death penalty. I was watching that show and I was so triggered. You have no idea how triggered I was. Because, look, I talk a lot of trash about men and women. I do it because I want to help people become better, right? It's not even really trash, it's just sharing truth, right? Because men and women, we all do some stupid shit every now and then, right? But at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. And if any man or woman is wrongfully convicted or is abused by their family, that really bothers me because that creates trauma. This woman, Casey, was traumatized. Now I believe she's 38 or 39. She's in her late 30s. She was taken in by one of her attorneys, lived with him for a while, and I believe he ended up hiring her as a legal assistant and someone that helps run the books. So Casey now has a good job, is a prominent member of the community, but she's still scared for her life because a lot of people think that she's still guilty. I don't think she's guilty. I thought listen, they were also interviewing, like, you got to watch this documentary. You got to get Peacock and watch this documentary on Casey Anthony. Give me a second. Hey, Tia, give me a second. I can barely see. Nucky Thompson, I believe, was making a valid point. Let me double check that because I think you banned them, Tia. Let me see. My phone is dim, so I'm having a hard time. Mate, have you seen this delusional YouTube who dresses like Batman and calls himself a musician? Apparently, he used to date. I'll unhide them, Tia, because, yeah, we've been talking about some of the other stuff today. It's okay. I see you people from the millennial dude side are coming here getting triggered. I'm a damn good content creator. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and you can go fuck yourselves, okay? Leave me alone. Don't ever come here and troll again. You don't have to follow my content, okay? Why do my opinions of Casey Anthony trigger you? Like, you should be able to just move on and follow creators you want to follow, but you're obsessed with me. So you live off every one of my words, which is really, the thing is that's stalkerish, right? It's creepy, stalkerish behavior, right? If you're gonna sit there and criticize my thoughts on Casey Anthony, it's creepy, stalkerish behavior. The woman is innocent. The woman was sexually abused and sexually assaulted by her father. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Everyone has their own. You don't have to agree. That's true, Tia. How you doing, Tia? That's okay, Tia. Don't worry about it. You were doing what you thought was right. No worries. We were talking about it during the first part of the show. Now we're talking about Casey Anthony. And so I honestly feel her father is responsible for the death of Casey's daughter, Kaylee. And I also feel he needs to be responsible for the sexual assault and abuse. I think that guy should either rot in jail for the rest of his life or get the chair. Well, we don't get the chair anymore. Get the get lethal injection. There's no gas chamber or chair anymore. They just give you lethal injection now. They should bring back the gas chamber or the electric chair. That's some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Death by lethal injection now, Tia. They don't want to make it a spectacle anymore. They don't want to electrocute someone or give them the gas chamber. Oh, man. Hi, Nucky, my apologies for hiding you. No, Tia, you don't need to apologize. You didn't know. It's okay. So, yeah, Casey now is working a good job. And she's turned her life around. And another thing I was going to say, you know, they were interviewing, like, the person that did the documentary. I can't remember her name, that did it for Peacock. She was interviewing a bunch of Casey's friends that initially thought that she was guilty. And she was lying, and she was guilty. But see, Casey was psychologically evaluated by some of the top psychologists, and they said that she has no mental illness. You know, she's got no mental deficiencies or anything like that, right? And what the therapists were saying is that the trauma that she experienced being sexually assaulted and abused by her father and her brother caused her to lie to protect herself, because she was also trying to do what her father was saying to stop the abuse. So when the lady that was, you know, interviewing these people in the documentary, when the lady asked or told these guys that were Casey's friends, that knew Casey, and initially these guys thought that Casey was a liar and a murderer, after the person that was interviewing them, the, you know, person doing the documentary, after they made them aware of that, Casey's friends were like, oh my gosh, wow, they slapped their head. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Well, that changes everything. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, dude, if your mom or dad sexually assaulted you and you became all fucked up and traumatized over that shit, and you started behaving like that, wouldn't you want people to understand? Like I was sitting there initially, I was really triggered that these dudes that were her friends, supposedly, were going against her. And then when they were told what the psychologist said, and what practically convinced the jury that she was innocent, it basically convinced these guys that, hey, yeah, wow, we've been looking at this the wrong way. That changes everything, right? I'm a very good judge of character. And I know when somebody is bullshitting or not. Watching that interview that Casey Anthony did, or the documentary she did, it came off to me 100% authentic. And then to top it off, more insult to injury. After she was acquitted, after Casey Anthony was acquitted, right? And she was basically showing clips of where her parents, over the last 5 to 10 years, are still going on tabloid TV shows and other TV shows, and basically trashing their daughter and selling out their daughter for money. Mr. and Mrs. Anthony, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. I know you're never going to see this. Mr. and Mrs. Anthony, you both are the lamest, sorriest ass excuse of wannabe parents. You are not fit to be parents. You are horrible people. You are horrible, selfish people that are selling the souls, that are selling the soul of your daughter. And why? Why is that happening? Because you both Why are you guys doing that? Why did you go against Casey? Because of the sexual assault. Knowing that, and even Casey said, there are no statute of limitations in her state. I believe it's Florida. There are no statute of limitations for that. She could still go after her dad for that. Probably get him put away forever. And probably sue her dad for everything. But you know what? She's not doing that. She's not doing that. You know why? Because she wants to be the better person. That also further convinces me that woman's innocent. She's innocent. She's completely innocent. You had a 21, 22-year-old young woman that was raped, and that's how she got pregnant, ended up keeping the kid, really loved her kid, had all these pictures in the collage of her kid. Nothing about her showed that she was an abusive mother ever. But I thought she was. I thought she was everything the media was saying she was. And you want to know something? The media fucking lied. You know how I know that? Because I was telling Don last night, I said, look, my experience on YouTube and dealing with what other people on YouTube will do to make money, it's the same thing with the mainstream media. It's the same concept, right? The mainstream media will fucking spin things way the fuck out of context in ways that gets people to tune in and sell more commercials, right? And they don't give a fuck at whose expense it comes at, right? That's the fucking problem right there. So because of my experiences on YouTube, I wholeheartedly believe the media made a fucking spectacle out of this for their own selfish fucking personal gain. I was just, after we saw the last part last night before Dawn and I went to bed, I was like, babe, I'm really fucking triggered right now. And she goes, I understand. You feel for her, don't you? I said, I do. I feel for her. She doesn't deserve any of this. She was a young, small, innocent woman. She was a little tiny thing. Now she's put on a little bit of weight. She's not in bad shape, but she's actually at a healthy weight level. It looks decent for her age. But back then, she was a little fucking toothpick. She was like smaller than Dawn is today. You know? This is what I really like about a lot of these documentaries on the streaming services. They're actually made by people, and then the people get the streaming service to produce it along with the actual producer of the documentary. So these documentaries are coming more so from a neutral third-party standpoint that's not really within the media, right? This is not actually NBC or Peacock, which is owned by NBC, producing this as something they did on their own. Somebody came to them and wanted to do their story on Peacock. That's what I love about a lot of these documentaries nowadays. It's been very interesting. The media will tell you what they want you to know. They were desperate for money. Their home was in foreclosure. Nucky says, it's okay, Tia, you were just looking out for Eli. You weren't to know that I wasn't one of those drama idiots. Yeah, Raleigh Buyer Paragraph says, hello, Nucky. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, folks. We are back live. We are back live. Oh, okay, sounds like fun, Raleigh. How's your night, Tia, says Raleigh. I'm catching up on Big Brother episodes I have missed. Raleigh, do you have Paramount Plus? Yeah, Don and I saw Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is CBS's streaming network, so you can watch all the Big Brother episodes there from any season, including the current one. And then you can also watch Big After Dark, the live cameras after the show, is off the air. Good, took a nap. Though now I'll be up late. That's what happens. Yeah. Yeah, so you were saying, Tia, that their home was in foreclosure, so they had to sell out their daughter to make money. That's a lame-ass excuse. I thought, well, he's a retired cop, so he must have had a pension. And I thought her mother was a nurse. I thought Casey's mother was a nurse. So how in the world? Now, unless they had to refinance the house and they were paying for Casey's attorneys, but I don't think they were. I don't think Casey's parents paid for the attorneys, especially when her father was testifying against her. He was testifying for the prosecution. So how in the world would they get in over their heads to the point of where their home was in foreclosure? That's still not a good enough reason to sell out your daughter. I saw Casey's face. You folks have got to see this documentary on Peacock. I saw Casey's face, when she was on a tablet and they were having her review clips over the last 5 to 7 or 8 years of her parents going on these shows and selling out their daughter for money. And I'm looking at Casey's eyes. This whole thing is over. The daughter is acquitted, and the parents are touring around all the tabloids and shit, trashing their daughter to pay their fucking mortgage. And the daughter is already traumatized as fuck. How much more traumatized is this woman going to get? Well, she's 38 and she's actually grown up. And she has fought through and worked through her trauma. I'm actually really proud of Casey. Really, really proud of her. Really proud of her. And so is Dawn. The story really just, because Dawn has dealt with her own issues and stuff. They're not exactly like Casey's issues, but Dawn has some trauma that she's dealing with, and like Dawn really felt for Casey as well too. I was asking Dawn, how would you feel if your family sold you out like that? She goes, I don't know if I can come back from that. I wouldn't blame you. And I said, you know what, baby, here's the thing. A lot of people have accused me of selling you out on YouTube. And I said, babe, listen, I've never sold you out because, first of all, you and I are sharing our stories to relate to people. And second of all, every fucking penny I make out here goes to you anyway. So how the fuck can I sell? I was kind of laughing about this with Dawn, even right before I came out on the trail. We were still talking about this today because she knew what I was going to talk about. I said, how the fuck can I sell you out when all the money I'm making, whether I talk about you or not, is going to you? We live together. Like, this is about us, so it's not like I'm using you and then not giving you any money and kicking you to the curb. Like, we live together. You get everything. You get all of it's all yours. I'm like, that's not selling out. And she got a good laugh at it. I think I'm almost back on the cement. Look at that beautiful blackbird right there. Fly away, blackbird, fly away. Sun's still peeking out. Give me a second, I'll be right back. You are correct on both. I don't understand the foreclosure. Casey's lawyers did her defense pro bono. That's right, I forgot it was pro bono. And then one of the attorneys allowed her to live with him and his family free of charge. And then I believe he's working for that attorney. She's working for that attorney today. Let me ask you a question, Tia. I know you haven't seen this documentary. Actually, can you still hear me, by the way? Let me know, because I just hit my microphone cord, and I want to make sure I didn't get disconnected here. Can you still hear me okay? Yes, thank you, Tia. Tia, Raleigh, or anyone else who's here. Can you put in the chat, do you think Casey is innocent or do you think she was guilty? You think she's innocent or guilty? I'm curious to know. I'd like to poll the chat on that. I can understand why she was lying during that time based on her trauma. The trauma with her father, the sexual assault, that changed everything. That changed everything. That will fuck somebody up more than anything. Out here on YouTube, they call that SA. There's nothing wrong with saying someone got sexually assaulted. That's not a bad YouTube word. Oh, Deanna, if you're still around, thank you again earlier for your $10 super chat, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Curious to know your thoughts, folks. I feel guilty by accident, but I would like to see the documentary. Okay, so you think she's guilty by accident. Okay, I can understand that. And I'll tell you this, yeah, until I saw the documentary, I felt the same way. Tia, do you have Peacock by any chance? I think you were getting some of the streaming services. if you're looking for a few streaming services that'll give you value, let me tell you that the three ones to get definitely are Netflix, Hulu, and Peacock, and get them without commercials. But for us, we also have Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, and we have Amazon Prime Unlimited without commercials. And then I get HBO Max. Well, it used to be HBO Max. It's now called Max. I get Max for free. I get Max for free because I got it on a qualifying cell phone plan that I still have on my phone, and my internet plan has it as well. So as long as I don't change my cell phone plan or my internet plan, if I change one, I still have it free. If I change them both, I'll lose it. But the internet plan, I'm never going to change. I pay $80 a month for 1,000 up, 1,000 down, and I get Max without commercials, a $16, $15.99 value. So in essence, it's like getting fiber internet for 1,000 up, 1,000 down for $65 with free Max without commercials. Like, you got to sign up for these deals when you can, folks. Like, you got to take advantage of these deals. I just also called DirecTV up. And once a year, you can call up and say that, hey, you're looking to lower your bill. There's a lot of competition out there. Is there something you can do for me? And the last time I did that a little over a year ago, I got $50 off my bill each month for a year. I called a couple days ago because it had been over a year. And now they're giving me $60 off each month for 12 months. Now, I have the top DirecTV package with all the HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, and all that. And because I have Max, I get an additional $15.99 credit. So I've got all this programming, and I have it set up in a way where, I'll tell you, it may seem like a lot, but honestly, like Don and I, we don't have to go out as often. We have all of our entertainment. Whatever we want without commercials, we have it at home. And right now, based on Dawn's condition until she gets better, we still go out, but we don't go out as often, and this saves us money. I watched the whole trial. I'll be getting it in a few weeks. Oh, okay. Thanks for banning that troll there, Tia. Somebody sitting at that bench up there. Oh, look at those palm trees. I love this area here. It's wide open. You've got the sun right here. Beautiful trees, beautiful grass, wide open space. I don't know if those are geese or egrets. I think they might be egrets. They don't look like wild geese. Wild geese are bigger. I think they're egrets. Just look at how beautiful those trees are. We are at 99 minutes, an hour and 39 minutes. So about 20 minutes to go on the walker. So we should be hitting the pavement part of the trail soon. Yeah, T, I'll tell you, that documentary was spectacular. And I know, Tia, you're really good at looking into somebody's eyes, and you can tell if they're BSing or not. And let me tell you, I was extremely I was anti-Casey. I thought she was an SLU, I thought she was, you know, a 403 or 304, we call, women that sleep around with a lot of men, 403s, 304s, backwards. I thought she was a murderer. I thought she was just a horrible person. And then you see this documentary and you're like, wow, the media can make you believe whatever the fuck they want you to believe. The media, this is why people hate the mainstream media. But here's the thing. A lot of people are doing the same shit on YouTube and other video platforms, social media video platforms too. But yeah, the media can really spin the narrative on things any way they want. As long as someone's willing to fill in that content with commercials, that's all that matters. And the people that, want to advertise with the media, put their commercials on, the media, the mainstream media, they look to see how many people are watching. All they care about is how many people do you have watching. It doesn't matter what the programming is as long as it gets butts in seats, right? Looks like somebody's moving over there. There's a U-Haul. Maybe these people had enough. They're like, damn, our house is worth $2 million, $2.5 million. We can sell the house, move to Nevada or Arizona, buy 3 times the house for 1/4 the price. Take the rest of the money, invest it, live like a king and queen. I almost can't blame them. But I'll tell you this. A lot of people have done that. They've moved out of the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area. They've sold their homes that they've had for 30, 40 years that were worth a lot and went and moved out of the area. And yeah, you have a lot more money to retire with and you can live like a king and queen, but are you truly going to be happy, or is home where the heart is at? I love where I live. I know it's expensive here. I know I struggle every day to make ends meet. But it's worth the struggle because this is my home. This is where my heart is at. Here's where the trail goes from dirt to cement. So you'll no longer hear my feet in the sand. Now we're on a paved trail. No fun anymore, right? I love this part right here. Look at the water right here. Isn't that beautiful? The sun glistening. Look at all the birds, the egrets, whatever's in there. My pleasure. I love banning them, says Tia. Yeah. I'm sure you do, Tia. I'm sure you do. Sure you do. We are at 104 minutes, an hour and 44 minutes. So looks like we're going to be back in the parking lot right around the 2-hour mark. I I love putting the front camera on when I'm on this walk because there's just so much beauty to share with you folks. This is my version of ASMR. I don't do any of that weird shit ASMR myself. Some people have some weird ASMR fetishes. Not me. I'm not really even into ASMR, but at times, at times it's all right. At times anything is okay. Oh man, that wind is blowing now. It feels good. It's cooling me off. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but why would I want to move away from this? It's not too hot, not too cold. Yeah, it got a little warm part of the trail, but you got water right alongside you, and you have the wind cooling you off, and you've got this beautiful, safe trail. Like, why would I want to leave? I could literally pack up with Dawn and move a state over, and my money would go 3 to 4 times further. I could do that. But her and I would be miserable. Not with each other, we would miss home. It's not about the money. It's about where the heart is at. Home is where the heart is at. Unfortunately, home in the Bay Area now costs you 2 arms and 2 legs. Oh, I've never been down here. Maybe one of these times I'll go down there. You can go closer to the water. There's a path that goes down there. But I think part of that is for like Pacific Gas and Electric Company or some utility service. It looks like there are some slides over there. Huh. I want to take the last 10 to 15 minutes of this walk and once again thank everyone that's been supportive. Like I mentioned yesterday during episode 800, this is episode number 801. Thank you, Tia. Tia, by the way, I also apologize to you once again for that show yesterday. I know you weren't really upset, but I apologize to you earlier on in the show, just like I did in the comment section. And, we all have our differences of opinion, and sometimes my opinion or yours won't resonate with each other. It doesn't mean we can't be friends or anything, but I just wanted to respectfully thank you for responding maturely, yet still getting your point across and being honest and real with me. I respect that wholeheartedly. So thank you to you, Sandra Palacio, thank you. Queen Helen Casey, thank you. Thank you to Dawn, my girlfriend Dawn. Thank you to Alex the Beer Master and Lewis Fuller behind the scenes. There are moderators here. Dion Sifu Smo and his girlfriend Ashley and their kid. Lewis Fuller's sister Adelaide. Did I mention Lewis Fuller? Again, Alex the Beer Master. ODN. And many others that I may have missed. Thank you to everyone for sticking with me and for also now sticking with Don and I. I started doing these walks, years before I got with Don. But now she's a part of the channels and she's a part of my life. So I involve her in everything. And we both thank you. Don and I both thank you for sticking by us. We know it's been a hell of a ride. It's been bumpy. We've had some challenges. You know, we've encountered some people on YouTube that have an extreme obsession with watching our every word and using us for content all the time. We've been dealing with that. There's been a lot. And a lot of people have turned away and left and stuff like that. But the people I just mentioned, you've stuck by us, and we appreciate that. You are unique people, and we love you for that, because there are so many other things you could do with your time. I appreciate that. No worries. Seems like you don't get a lot of rain. Well, in the winter we do, but this is summer. I know some areas like Washington and Florida and some other states, they get rain even in the summer. We don't get much rain at all in the summer here. We usually get a lot of rain in the winter, but some winters are dry too. We got a really good rain a few years back when I first met Don. And last year we got an okay amount of rain. I have a feeling this year it's going to be kind of another drought again. So no, we don't get a shit ton of rain all the time here, like other states where it rains like year round, right? Is that what you're talking about, Tia? Like more like year round type of rain? Like some states you'll have, you know, certain times, even in the summer, where it will rain for a week or so, right? Or a few days or something, right? I actually took one shortcut instead of going around there because there was a dude there. I cut through the hotel ramp. It's all good. Yes, we get rain a lot. Yeah, you're in Florida. Florida, you're going to get a lot more year-round rain. So this is that airport where those planes fly over from the other part of the SF Bay Trail. This is the San Carlos Airport. So I haven't shown this since I've been to this part of the trail in the past, but that's where those planes are flying to. And the other part of the trail is just on the other side of this part, but you can't access it directly. Eventually they're going to put it all together. They're going to piece the whole SF Bay Trail together, but right now you got to drive different points of it and park your car. That sun's beautiful. But what I was going to say during the last 10 minutes or so of this walk is that we've got a lot of great stuff coming here to the January Networking Association, or GNA for short. Still in progress, working on a bunch of things. Still looking to get the podcast going. So if anyone is ready to be interviewed one-on-one, either audio only or video. It'll be recorded as a video, but I can bring you on as audio only, not a problem. Please email me at eliasmelas@januarynetworkingassociation.org. Links below in the description, eliasmelas@januarynetworkingassociation.org. And then eventually the ladies will do an occasional podcast, pre-recorded. The ladies, Tia, Sandra Palacio, my girlfriend Dawn, Queen Helen Casey, and now Donna. We got 5 ladies in that group now. They're 5 prominent, amazing, down-to-earth, genuine, real ladies. And they talk regularly, once a week or so typically, or once every few weeks. They have a conference call for a few hours. And eventually they're going to do some podcasts pre-recorded that I'll record for them and put them on the main channel. This is GNA2, Genuine Live Personal Development. The main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development, is the pre-recorded channel. Now I am doing some live streams over there right now temporarily because I need to get some content on there so I don't get removed from the YouTube partner program. So that may be a little confusing, but that's the reason why. But eventually, when we get the podcasting and all that going, that's where that's going to go. And then those in-studio live streams that are on the main channel now will come right back here to GNA2, Genuine Live Personal Development. I'm keeping the front camera on because I want to show you folks the area over here. I think you've seen enough of me, right? There I am. This is the Bay Club, and you have some tennis courts right over here. People playing tennis. It's a nice club, very well maintained. You should never leave valuables in your car anywhere. A lot of cameras around here, that's good. There's lots of good stuff going on. And again, like we were talking at the beginning of this show, yeah, I mean, to the dude that made cartoons of myself, my current girlfriend Dawn, and my ex-girlfriend Dana, and then trying to make cartoons saying I'm still in love with Dana, which I'm not. Again, just grow the fuck up, dude. I mean, nobody cares. Like, Dawn is laughing at you, I'm laughing at you. Dana doesn't even know what's going on. Dana's, who knows where she's at. She could be remarried now or whatever. I wish her nothing but the best. And I'm very happy with Dawn. I love Dawn. Dawn is my soulmate. Dana was not my soulmate. And do I have my moments with Dawn? Yeah. Does Dawn have issues? Yeah. Do I have issues? Yeah. That doesn't mean I don't love Dawn. I do love Dawn. I love Dawn more than anyone. Dawn's the most interesting woman I've ever been with. She's fascinating to me. And she's not boring. Like, I don't get bored of Dawn. Dawn is definitely not a boring woman. I will tell you that. Holy shit, I'll tell you that. Again, I gotta check this out online. Local kitchen's now open to the public. I gotta see if they make food here, like they have like a bunch of different vendors selling their food there. They have a lot of places now that are like virtual kitchens, that 5 or 10 different businesses will share the same kitchen, and then they'll just hire like a couple cashiers in the front to place the orders, and then people in the back that work for their respective company, they'll have like one cook. It's a very efficient way to make money, especially during the week and during lunch hour, because a lot of people that work around here, they only have an hour lunch or less, and they want to go somewhere where they can get a quick meal. And if you put it all in one spot like a virtual kitchen, that works great. $120, 2 hours exactly, and we're back in the lot. We'll be at the car in about 2 to 3 minutes. Look at this license plate. It says Realize. Boy, if you want someone to remember your license plate, there's one that's memorable. Okay. Get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat, folks. I'm going to be going off the air in just a few minutes. It's been a great walk. I'll get to be back home early. Right now it's probably almost like 5:45 Pacific, 8:45 Eastern. I believe it's around that time. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to go and probably stop at a supermarket. I'll figure out what's going to be for dinner tonight, and then I'll head home. I'll be home within 30 minutes, and then get some dinner ready for Dawn and I, and then spend some time with my lady. I'm going to start doing these walks a lot earlier during the day, like I did today, because eventually, by this time, it would have been dark already. Like, eventually, within a few months, daylight savings time will be over, and it'll start getting dark around 4:50 or 5 p.m. I see my car over there. $5.49. Nice walk, Eli. Thank you, Tia. I was 4 minutes off on a guess. Thank you again to ODN for your $10 super chat. Much appreciated. Love you all. I'm going to try to get 2 pieces of content done tomorrow. One on the main channel from the studio live, and one walk later on in the afternoon. Dawn has her therapy appointment in the afternoon tomorrow around 1 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, Dawn and I have a couple doctor's appointments in the morning, but we're free anytime between those times. So if you ladies want to reach out to Dawn that are in the group and set up something with her, that'd be great. And then I'm hoping Dawn and I can do at least one stream sometime this week. Oh, by the way, one more thing. I want to mention just one more thing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. To the same group of people that like to psychoanalyze my words to tell their audience what they think I mean, when what I say is what I actually mean, right? You're the same people that threatened to do a wellness check on my girlfriend, and if I hadn't put her live, if I hadn't put her live when I did, I didn't even know about people were threatening to do wellness checks until people that I care for sent me screenshots of several different people, and some people were saying I was going to make a wellness check had she not been put on the air. Again, you're full of shit. You don't give a shit about Dawn or me. You give a shit about entertaining your audience and doing a wellness check. First of all, if you folks ever do that again, we just won't tell you. We just won't acknowledge the wellness check. And if you guys want to talk about it, then the only way that you're going to know about it is if you were the person that made the call, right? And so that way you're going to be admitting that you did a wellness check, a fraudulent one, right? So just cut this crap out. Honestly, it's time to move on. Like Don and I, we don't give a shit. You know, every now and then, for shits and giggles, if you folks continue to come at us, even though we ignore you, and we've even rebranded. So we rebranded. We're no longer calling ourselves coaches. We've rebranded, and we haven't talked about you yet. You folks haven't changed. So was the coaching thing really the issue? No, it wasn't. The truth of the matter is that you're feeding your coach Eli haters, right? You're basically selling out, and you're trying to sell me out. And shit, I mean, you're selling me out using my content, which I've gotten to the point of where I just don't give a shit anymore. I think eventually it'll all catch up to you folks, and it already started. It already has started to catch up. But anyway, enough said. I got to run, folks. We are at 126 minutes, 2 hours and 6 minutes, leaving 27 people in the box. Thank you again to ODM for your $10 super chat. 10 thumbs up. Please smash thumbs up. Please share this out. Tia says, enjoy the night with Don. Everyone else, enjoy the evening also. Thank you, Tia. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.